Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Just want to give you guys a quick update on some of the progress that I've made so far. And basically I've just spent just a few hours, really about 2 and maybe not even that, working on this other side and just kind of roughing out the general shape over here, trying to get the proportions to match up to the other side. So far it's turning out pretty good. There's a few areas I need to come in and tweak and take away some more material on a side where the rear fender is. Some areas are actually turning out to be better than the first side, which I kind of expected. As I work away, work my way around to the other side of the car, I guess my skills are getting a little bit better, and so some of the stuff is turning out better over here. And now I have to come back and correct some things on the first side that I did. But yeah, the overall shape is there. The proportions are close. I still have a little bit more material to take away. Like I said, this whole model is still oversized, and so I will come in and just start taking more material away to get it down to the correct size that I want, or to whatever represents the car the best. But yeah, everything's turning out pretty good, and I still have the details to come in and do on the front and of course the back, but I still have a ways to go because I really want to get all the sides and the symmetry down and get the whole perspective of the car correct before I start coming in and tweaking on the front end and trying to put in all the details, because it's going to be real fragile at that point with how the front end is. And right now I can kind of handle it pretty aggressively without having to worry about messing up any of the details. So once I get all the proportions correct, get the symmetry down, scale it down just a tad bit more, then I'll come in and put the snorkel holes in the hood, just like on the real thing over here. And then I will do the whole front sculpting of the vents and headlights like we see on the actual car. So that will be interesting to do. Yeah, but other than that, it's turning out pretty good, and I'm just going to keep working at it while I'm waiting on more supplies and parts and stuff and funding and all that other stuff to come in. And yeah, I noticed a lot of you guys in the comments have said, I guess because you guys are seeing that I have the CAD files and drawings of this, that I should just have it 3D printed or put on a CNC and have it made out of aluminum. There's a few reasons that I'm not going to do that. One being the cost. It's just real expensive to have that done, especially in 3D printing. That's really still very expensive to do. And then also the model that I have is not in the right format to be converted to print in 3D or put onto a CNC. When I first originally did the model of this car, I did it in more of a movie studio graphic animation type using 3ds Max, which kind of uses poly nerves and stuff like that to design your model. And to do CNC and 3D printing, you really need to have design the model in a more of a solid modeling program, something like like Autodesk and Inventor or AutoCAD or SolidWorks, or just any kind of solid modeling program. And to convert this car body to solid modeling is just a ton of work. And trust me, I've been trying to do it for years actually, and I've been having some people try to help, and we can get part of it, but it's very difficult to do. And the time that it takes is just not worth it. So it's just one of those things that it's just so much time and energy to convert it to solid modeling. Really, I'd be better off just taking the real car and having the whole car scanned as a solid model using a special company. But of course, that costs a ton of money too, so that will be later down the road and everything. As far as all the chassis and suspension and all that stuff goes, that's all being done correctly in a real solid environment, a real engineering environment, using the right software now. So that is that's really the most important part to the car anyway, is making sure that the chassis, we can do all the structural testing, and we can do simulated crash testing, and test the integrity of all of the mounting points and things like that. So so that's something that we're still doing and working on, and it's a pretty intense process. But in the meantime, I'm going to be working on this little model and get this ready for the Kickstarter platform. So I don't know, and also I'm looking at doing Kickstarter, and also there's like the Indiegogo, which I guess is probably better for movie and music industry, people trying to raise funds in those areas. I'm not really sure, but if you guys have any other ideas of other sources that would be good for fundraising, then let me know. But right now I think Kickstarter is probably the number one, although there's just about any of the car projects on there have not been successful, so that kind of worries me with this project. But maybe we can be the first successful project on Kickstarter, since I think this project is further along than any of the other ones that have been posted on there. And there's a few airplanes that have been successful and stuff like that, so hopefully I can follow their lead a little bit. But anyway, so I was hoping to make this a quick video, but I talked forever and and everything. So I will update you as the progress goes, and I have a little bit of time-lapse footage at the end of this that I'll show you. So just see you guys in the next video. Later.